Welcome back to So You Think You're Someone Special. We're about to reveal the ancestry of beloved star of stage and screen, Martin Davis.
So, Mr. Davis, I'd like to start off by saying what a pleasure it is to meet you.
Well, likewise.
So, are you ready to get into it?
Well, let's do it.
All right, let's dig in. You said in your profile that you wanted me to start out by researching your father's side of the family. I understand you changed your last name from Shearer when you started acting.
Yes, I changed it to Davis. It was my mother's maiden name, and I just thought it had a friendlier sound.
And your father, Albert Drexler Shearer, died when you were 11 years old. So you never got to hear about his family side of history.
I've been incredibly curious.
Well, you might be interested to know that we managed to find some interesting information out about your father's family. Why don't you go ahead and take a look at this document? Be extremely careful. It's very delicate.
So what is this?
That is the founding charter for the German Nazi Party. And you see that name right there?
Adolf R. Scherer?
Any guess as to who that might be?
Or like 14th cousin or something like that?
Oh, no. Adolf R. Scherer was your grandfather and one of the founding members of the German Nazi Party. Isn't that incredible?
Are you sure? This, I could be adopted or something?
Mr. Davis, I assure you I am a professional. All of what I'm sharing with you today are indisputably verifiable facts.
How comforting. Let's move on to my mother's side of the family. She grew up in Texas, and she never really talked about her parents much.
Of course. I have that information right here. Now, you know your mother's last name was Davis, and she grew up in the South.
You're not going to tell me that I'm related to Jefferson Davis.
Oh no, you have nothing to worry about there. No, your ancestor kept the entire town of Fort Bosworth, Virginia, from succeeding with the rest of the state during the Civil War.
Well, that's wonderful. How did he do that?
Your ancestor, Anton Slave Beater Davis, was so notoriously cruel to his slaves, his neighbors gathered up into a mob and lynched him when they discovered the horrors he had perpetrated upon his slaves. The entire town became abolitionist overnight. Here is a newspaper article that you might find interesting detailing the event.
Wow, we can't even say most of these words on television, right?
No, I'm pretty sure we can't.
And is this correct? The party went on for 3 months after the lynching?
There was a really good harvest that year. Do you know they still celebrate Hang Slave Beater Day in Fort Bosworth every November 17th? The holiday draws celebrants from far and wide.
Well, you also did a DNA test. Let's move on to that.
Sounds like a plan. Turns out you have an unusual Y chromosome for someone of an European descent.
Is that so?
Yes, that's so. Your Y chromosome is of Asian origin, and it is unusual enough that we're able to find another famous ancestor of yours. You are a direct descendant of Genghis Khan. You know he raped and pillaged his way across more than half of Europe, gaining himself the nickname the Scourge of God?
Tune in next time to So You Think You're Someone Special, when we show President Barack Obama exactly how he's related to Adolf Hitler.